everyone, I'm Kelly Heidbreeder, and this is Lenawee. We're taking a tour around Lenawee County to see some amazing things going on in our classrooms together. Some kids learn some basics on taking care of cars over their summer vacations in our auto service camp. Tecumseh Elementary kids are using journals to ace their math skills. And the Tech Center students are creating landscape plans that will knock your socks off. But first, let's go to Addison Middle School, where they have created a classroom in a working greenhouse. Check it out.
My name is Mason Cook. I am a sixth grader, and I am here talking to Mr. Weshy. Mr. Weshy, tell us something about the greenhouse.
We have an 18 by 36 foot greenhouse, fully functional, with running water, cement floors. Basically spending a lot of time just growing some flowers so we can have a flower sale with our local community. We are growing some chickens in our greenhouse as part of our zoology class. So we have about another week with our chickens. Otherwise, it's a K through 12 greenhouse, so all the elementary students can come out here. They can plant flowers. The teachers can do projects out here. So it's very, very cool to have something like this for our students.
What do you like the most about this greenhouse?
I love the fact that we have a permanent greenhouse with polycarbonate sides. It's not just a piece of plastic over it. And we can be out here all winter growing plants. We can get, it's big enough to bring an entire class out here to plant flowers, to plant veggies, and to do experiments so they can collect data and then analyze that data, which is what science is all about.
How long did it take to get this greenhouse built?
This is a culmination of probably about 2 years worth of work. The greenhouse was paid for all by community donations, fundraising, and the school. We had volunteers who constructed it. We had volunteers that donated the cement, did the electrical for us. So, and the brick walkway coming up. So it was about 2 years, and it opened up in January.
Hey, I am here with Jessica Howard. What do you like about this greenhouse, Jessica?
I like how we can plant so many flowers and so much food and plants in here, and it just makes it so that we can learn about more the photosynthesis and just growing plants in general.
What do you look forward to when you come out here, Jessica?
I like looking at all the flowers and the food that's growing. It's nice.
I am here with Chloe Daniels. What do you like the most about the greenhouse?
I like that we can plant things and not have to worry about planting them outside and having them die.
What do you like the most about the greenhouse?
I like that whenever kids can come in here, they're like planted and they're ready for kids to look at and discover them.
What do you learn the most when you're in here?
How plants grow and how they form, and how their seeds just go into flowers and other kinds of plants.
My name is Mason Cook. We are in the greenhouse, and you've been catching it in the classrooms.
What a fantastic environment to learn about some new things. Well, the LISD Center for Sustainable Futures campus on Tipton Highway also has students thinking outside of the box, literally. The horticulture kids are getting some real work experience by creating landscapes. So take some notes. You might learn a thing or two from them.
Hi, my name is David Miller. I'm from Madison High School.
Hi, my name is Torrin Merlett. I'm from Mercy High School.
And we are in the horticulture class. And the blueprint that we're going to be showing you today is the seed house outside, and we're going to be doing the landscaping around it. And we're taking the blueprint and we're putting it onto a separate draft so we can have it on a bigger scale, so we can put where we're going to put our shade trees and evergreens and grasses. Well, we're going to start with the driveway. It's going to have 30,000 of brick, and as we come in towards the garage, we're going to have shrubs on each side of the garage, and as we come around towards the south side of the house, inside towards the house, we're going to have ornamental grasses, shrubs, and on the north side of the house we're gonna have evergreens, and because when the wind blows towards the house,
When the wind blows towards the house, it will prevent from the wind hitting the house. So we'll have a little draft going up over the shade or the evergreens, and then the south side of the house will have the shade trees to prevent. We'll have shade on the house, so the plants near the house aren't having so much sun. And then we have 30,000 square feet of brick we have to lay all around the house. It will have the sidewalks and the patio. The plants we'll be using in the blueprint and in the landscaping are all native to Michigan, so they'll withstand the weather. Like the shade trees will stand the sun, and the evergreens will stand the wind.
And the reason why we're doing this is because it's native and it's sustainable, and that's why. So come out in the summertime and check out all the work that we're gonna put in as the process goes along, and we're gonna be planning it. I'm David.
I'm Torin.
And we're catching it in the classroom.
Many of these students go on to find careers in the green industry, so this is a very vital project. Nice job, kids. Coming up next, we talk to one teacher that has a fresh approach to teach one of those 3 R's. Could it be reading, writing, or arithmetic? You'll have to wait and see.
I'm Woodsy Owl, and I'm here to tell you about a dirty word, pollution.
Help Woodsy spread the word. Never be a dirty bird.
Hoo-hoo! Don't paint or write on buildings. That's pollution.
Give a hoot. Don't pollute. Never be a dirty bird.
Hoo-hoo! Turn your radio down. That's noise pollution.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Herrick Elementary School students in Tecumseh are challenging their brains in many ways. And in one classroom, they just aren't learning about numbers with flashcards. Their teacher is having them draw pictures and write stories all about those numbers. Listen to this.
The math journals are just strictly getting some different strategies down, looking for keywords, thinking logically about problems, thinking of story problems, and just learning math in a different aspect. We've seen them be able to identify numbers quicker. It gets them talking about math a little more than they normally do. And from what we're hoping is that it's going to help as they get in higher grades and have to do different forms of testing, and seeing these strategies at an earlier level will help them when they get older. Looking at math in different formats rather than just our standard 2 + 2 = 4 is so important. Our world is changing, and we're always needing to think about math and think about numbers differently than just looking at flashcards. So it's very important just to get them thinking strategically and thinking about numbers in a different way that's more applicable to life. I'm thinking these kids really are thinking about numbers. They haven't been just exposed to flashcards. They really understand and have a deep understanding of numbers, and that's what I hope for all of our students. I want them to walk out feeling confident. I want them to walk out feeling that they've had a successful day and they've learned something new, and they are leaving with a smile on their face.
Well, they were really having a lot of fun with those math journals. An A+ for that program. The Lenawee County Better Business Bureau has some consumer warnings for you, so stay right there.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it!
look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
When you reach into the mailbox, you might find an envelope with that golden ticket inside, promising you millions of dollars. Most of them are just too good to be true, but most people still want to believe. Let's let Dick Epstein of the Lenawee County Better Business Bureau explain how they can hook you into a terrible scam.
We live in a world where people want to believe. They want to believe. If I call you up and say, and we get them every day, we got them this morning. I got this thing over the internet that says I've won a sweepstakes. It says that I've won the Microsoft sweepstakes, the Apple sweepstakes, the Coca-Cola sweepstakes, that they picked my number at random from the internet and they're going to send me $3 million. That's ridiculous. It's just plain ridiculous. But people want to believe. And that changes everything. When you are a consumer who struggles and tries to make ends meet and has all these pressures on you, and then somebody comes to you with an offer that you really want to believe, you're halfway there. And the next thing you know, people say to me, well, it didn't make any sense to me, but I really need the money, so I took a chance and sent them the registration fee anyway. Well, of course, that money is gone. And I've seen people that have sent hundreds of dollars to claim a prize, thousands to claim a prize that is ridiculous. When you really win anything, they send you the prize and they deduct the taxes. If Publishers Clearinghouse comes to your home with, and I look for them I'm always looking out the window. I haven't seen them yet. But when they come to your home with the prize patrol, with the big check and the balloons and everything, the marching band, when they do that, and they give you that big check for $1 million, you're not going to get $1 million. You're going to get like $700,000, and the rest goes to IRS. They're not crazy. They're not going to give you the money and then have you pay the taxes later. You're never going to see that money. And that's the way it should be. If they say to you, we're going to give you $1 million, but you have to pay the taxes first before you get the $1 million, they're just criminals. They're crooks. You send them money, you'll never see it again, and you didn't win anything. But as much as it's ridiculous, as silly as the stories are, people want to believe. And the other thing is, these guys are very skillful. Some of these con artists are so clever, and the way that their pitches are so sophisticated that you're saying, wait a minute, maybe I really did win this thing. And the crooks use the social media. I'm calling you because we know you love Buicks. We know you're a big fan of our TV show. Whatever it is, they're on Facebook. They're on LinkedIn. They're looking at you or your kids, and they're finding out about your family. And so when they call you, they have all this information about you, and you say, well, gosh, they must be legitimate because they know I watch that show. And how would they know that? Well, because your kids talk about it on Facebook all the time. You've got to stop. Don't click on something. Don't send any money until you thoroughly investigate something first. Even if you want to believe it's true, if the offer's too good to be true, it's probably a scam.
If you want to contact the Lenawee County Better Business Bureau, go to their website at bbb.org or give them a call at 419-720-7188. Did you ever learn to change your oil, check your tires? Well, some kids learned the basics on their cars during their summer vacation. We'll check it out with them under the hood right after this.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
We have dozens of great camps here at the LISD Tech Center during the summer break, and many of them have kids walking away with some very useful skills, like being able to take care of that car sitting out in the driveway. Well, check out these kids at Auto Services Camp.
The Automotive Services Camp, and I'm here with Tyler. So what have you guys been doing today?
We've been learning how to rotate tires and switch them on the rims, and then we balanced them, and then we put them back on the cars.
Okay, thank you. Have you been having fun in this camp so far?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've learned a lot of stuff. Yeah.
What has your favorite part in this camp been?
My favorite part had to be when we were changing the oils and just like getting more in depth with the cars, like greasing them and checking on the fluid and actually getting into the motors and stuff. I thought that was fun.
Okay. So Tyler, why did you choose this camp?
Because I'm thinking about going into the automotive service career, and because I really like to learn about cars.
Okay. So here I am with Mr. LaFollette, our teacher. What have you guys been doing today?
Today the students were out practicing putting the car on the hoist, doing tire rotation, tire mount, dismount, and tire balancing.
Have you learned anything through teaching us?
Yes, I always learn something from teaching my students. One of the highest forms of learning is instructing other people on how to do processes here in the automotive shop. So yes, I learned quite a bit from you guys, and how to correctly do things.
So what do we, the students, take from all this?
You have been practicing entry-level automotive skills here in the automotive shop this week, and what you're going to take from this is hopefully when you come here as a junior, that you'll have your first trimester already underneath your belt, so that when you come here, it will be much easier for you to start.
Well, I was taking notes, were you? When we return, Sand Creek teachers and kids will capture your hearts.
Right, mi cariño. So like I said, everything I learned about cooking, I learned from Grandma's empanadas. Shall we go again?
Yep.
Mix beef with the onions with the peppers with the paprika with the garlic with the oregano with the cumin. Got it?
Got it.
Throw in the olives, stir, season, stir again, pour out the flour, roll out the dough, make a circle, drop in a fistful of filling, fold over, press down, and ta-da!
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
When you come to school, it isn't just about cracking open the books. It's also about learning some of those basic social skills, too. Teachers and students are reaching out to help each other at Sand Creek Middle School, building better relationships and confidence.
Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
We have a new program. All our teachers were trained K through 12 last summer called Capturing Kids' Hearts. And Capturing Kids' Hearts is a program to empower students, but to develop better relationships between teachers and students. What I think the students get out of it is that, hey, these teachers, they're not robots, that we do care about each and every student. One of the things that you'll see is that each of our teachers are outside the door every hour shaking hands and meeting their students. It's just a lot of real life skills that allows them to spend less time correcting one another and more time getting those academics. The 4 questions. Instead of saying, hey, Miguel, stop doing what you're doing. Miguel, what are you doing? What are you supposed to be doing it? Are you doing it? And what can you do to change it? We're empowering the kid and letting them make the choice.
Hi, I'm Haley Ollette, and I'm an 8th grader here at Sand Creek Junior High. And I'm here with James and Hannah to talk about capturing kids' hearts. James, what have you learned from capturing kids' hearts?
I've learned that it's a great experience for kids. It feels good to tell the teacher, this is what I did this weekend, and then they all clap for you and know that, hey, is what he's doing. That's pretty cool.
What do you like best about this program?
I like how when we share good things, we tell something that happened, and then more people say, hey, that sounds cool, do you want to hang out sometime? Half of the people in my grade, I didn't even know anything about them until this program that we're doing.
Now we're going to talk about the social contract we do here. So James, what is the social contract?
It is a whole list of what is expected of the teacher and from all the students. They expect you to be respectful when other people are talking, to be active when you listen. The social contract isn't made by the teacher, it's made by all the students, which is a lot better than having the teacher say, here's my list of rules, you better follow them.
Hannah, what do you like about the social contract?
I like how it's made by us students and how we're putting our effort in what we want to happen in the class. The teacher has more expectations of that person to do even better than what they were meant to do.
Thanks. I'm Haley with James and Hannah, and you're catching it in the classroom.
Nice. I think everyone needs to learn some of those skills. Well, that's our show. Thanks for sharing some time with us. If you see something amazing going on right here in Lenawee, well, we want to know about it. Email us, lasdtv@lasd.us. I'm your host, Kelly Heidbrader. Make it a great day, Lenawee.